Welcome back to another Gundam Planet Fast Forward. This week, we're finally taking a look at the GQuuuuuuuX. We owe this design to Ikuto Yamashita, known by most for the mechanical designs in Eva, as well as one of the absolute best designs in Armored Core 6, the Firmeza frame. This is the first time he's designed a Gundam officially since these incredible concepts of the Nu and the Sazabi all the way back in 1987. While the community seems fairly divided on the design, with people changing sides on it pretty much daily, there is no denying that this is one of the most refreshing takes on a lead Gundam we've seen in a long time. And we would not be surprised if this design becomes as loved as the Barbados and the Turn AR in a couple of years, knowing just how bad the backlash on those two were when they were first revealed. Getting to the GQuuuuuX itself, it comes with a surprising amount considering the price. Bandai stuffed 7 runners into this tiny box, and out of it, you get 2 optional heads, featuring the closed visor and the open Omega Psycommu version. There's the backpack, which also comes with a core fighter attachment, and surprisingly, 2 open hand parts, all of which would have been its own option set a couple of years ago. There's also this standard curved shield, a Zaku Heat Hawk, and this rifle. Wait a second. Anyway, here's 2 of the funkiest, most unique beam sabers we've ever seen. Our camera does not do the quality of this plastic justice. We used to have to layer 3 types of paint just to get this effect. Moving on to the build, it takes a little longer to come together than we're used to. We're not sure if it's because of all the new shapes and having trouble identifying what should go where as we're cutting, but the process is refreshing in the way that it made us feel like we were building an HG for the first time again. Some of the engineering seems repurposed from the Kyokai Senki line, which is a good thing, because the articulation in those kits is out of this world. The elbows and the knees both get a good amount of range being on a single joint swing, and the shoulders are on a unique 2-way swing that lets both arms reach across the chest without crunching the shoulders, so you can Gainax pose with no issues. The ab crunch is on a double ball joint with impressive range, and the same goes for the neck joint, which lets you get some really nice, natural-looking poses going. As a whole, the kit feels organically angular, and at times feels like I'm posing an action figure rather than a model kit. Included in the box are 2 sticker sheets, one foil sheet for things like the eyes and minor color correction, and another sheet of Tetron seals for all the markings found throughout the body. The way the latter are made, they do a good job of blending into the surface of the GQuuuuuX, as they look just like raised detailing for the most part. For this one, we decided to opt out of using the stickers and instead use the metallic green Gundam marker for the camera details, as well as gunmetal metallic marker applied with the toothpick method for the visor's lock details. Our managers were also able to come back with another GQuuuuuX of their own from Japan, so here we can show you what it looks like with and without the stickers so you can decide how you want to detail yours. With such an unconventional design, there are also a few unconventional seam lines that may be difficult to fix, especially if you're going for a fully painted build. The vast majority of seams are hidden by either armor layering or disguised as panel lines, but there are some tricky ones here on the calves, on the back of the thighs, the rear part of the elbows and the upper arms, and the worst by far are all over the backpack. Seam fixing the calves as well as the red ankle armor locks in the internal canister here, so definitely keep this in mind when you're planning to paint. The back of the thighs have the same kind of protrusions we talked about in our liger tail detailing video, so make sure you have some thin sanding implements here. The upper arm ones are a little strange because these definitely could have just been molded together with the rest of the piece, but you could also turn this into a panel line with a scriber for some added detail. Getting to the ones on the backpack, there are some long ones along the sides of the thrusters that are pretty easy to deal with, but the problem here is that they extend into these raised details. Plus, there are long seam lines along the inside and outside of the thruster's arms. After having watched the first episode again, I realized that all of these need to be white too. Still, if you're going for a straight build, these shouldn't really affect your experience at all, as the kit has so much going for it. The only other real issue that we can think of are the connectors for the beam sabers just being these tiny little nubs. They seem sturdy enough, but we worry about their durability and hold in the long run. While there's a decent amount of work to be done to get this kit anime accurate, due to all the seam lines and parts that require color correction, the sheer amount of value you get in a box roughly the same size as a high-grade Gundam wing kit for only a few dollars more is nothing short of impressive. It is almost unheard of to find a brand new HG kit of a lead mobile suit in this modern era of Gunpla that doesn't rely on a booster set to give it its backpack, such a wide array of weapons, not to mention included open hand options. The Ariel had the Mirasol set, Barbados had all of those option parts sets, and don't even get me started on all the core Gundam's separately packaged armor and weapon sets. Truly, you'd be hard-pressed to get more for your... As soon as we get our shipment, the rest of your pre-orders will be processed immediately in the order they were received. with in-stock orders going out right after that. As always, thanks for watching.